Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin. Nope, I gotta go like, no. Here we go, Coffee with Kevin. It's hard to get time to get these, it's hard to get these done. This is Coffee with Kevin. I am Kevin, and this is my coffee. I hope to have a good coffee chat with you this morning. It's amazing. It's been amazing and fast paced this past week in my life. Fast paced, and we're going to talk about overwhelm. Chaotic and a bit overwhelming, or a lot overwhelming. So, what we're doing is we decided to sell our house. And we, being my wife and I, lovely wife Brenna and I, decided to go with a realtor who then said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have a 3-week coming soon. That's what it is, coming soon. So they said, okay, we're going to display it on the listings as coming soon in 3 weeks. And then he said, you have 3 weeks to get your house staged, to empty the house, to get your house staged. Okay. My wife and I have been married for 40 years. We have 3 children. We've been living in this house for almost 20 years. So we got a few things. We got a few things to get rid of to lighten the load. So it's been unbelievably chaotic. I've been back and forth delivering stuff that we're giving away to Savers and other places. We've been just throwing away tons and tons and tons of stuff. We got a dumpster coming this week. We got to think about storing our stuff that's going to be moved, because we're not moving across the city. We're moving down south. Anyway, there's so many things going on, and it gets so overwhelming. It gets so incredibly overwhelming. All of us have things in our life that can get so incredibly overwhelming, don't we? Don't we? We all have things to think about, and things that we need to worry about of happening in a certain order, of happening in a certain way, or hoping certain things happen this way or that. And it's incredible and it's difficult. So what do you do? What do you do when you get so overwhelmed or you get so tired because everything's on you? Stop. You need to stop, first of all. You need to stop what you're doing, and you need to take a breath and start doing what you're doing. Oh, baby. My nephew, Taylor Bastion, it is the first time you're catching me live. And I'm a little late this morning. Usually we're at 9 o'clock on a dot, but chaos and overwhelm caused a little bit of problems this morning. And that's what we're talking about. So when it gets overwhelming, when either you've got so much stuff going on, or you've got a few things going on that aren't going your way and causing major problems, that's overwhelm as well. That's chaos as well. Stop. You need to stop and breathe. When your clothes have caught fire, I think it's called stop, drop, and roll. Okay. When your mind catches fire from the overwhelm, from the chaos, from everything closing in on you, you need to stop. You don't drop. Stop, breathe, and calm. Okay. So stop, breathe, and I'll tell you the secret to breathing, because it's not just that's what we're tempted to do. We're tempted to be breathing, and that's not deep. It sounds like it's deep. It's still shallow. You see my shoulders? That's shallow. It's not going anywhere. It comes to about here, your breath. You need to stop, breathe deeply and slowly. Breathe into your stomach. Do a belly breath is what I call it. And I hold my hands on my stomach, and as if it were a balloon, you wait for them to expand. So you go. So see my shoulders? Instead of the, it was just a light expansion of the shoulders, but a deep expansion of the stomach. And that's important. That takes practice. You practice it before you get in overwhelm. You do it on a regular basis. It's a healthy breath. So don't worry about doing it for nothing. You do it that way. You pull in all the air down to the bottoms of your lungs. And when you pull in as much air as you can to the bottoms of your lungs and you expand your stomach, guess what? You get much more oxygen into your bloodstream. So it's healthy in a lot of ways. It's great for your immune system. It's great if you're not feeling good at any one time. You spend 15, 20 minutes breathing like that. You exhale slowly, even slower than you inhale. And if you can, you try to exhale as much as possible. You picture it as the inhale is the breath of life. It's the healing stuff coming in, right? The oxygen, the air. And the exhale is you getting rid of any toxins, any problems that you have. It's best to inhale in your nose, exhale out your mouth. And you do that just 4 or 5 times, and you've calmed down. You've calmed down. Matter of fact, it's not that it's stopping you, it's just stopping you. It's that it actually does something internally, slows your heart rate, decreases your blood pressure. Because when we're if the world is dropping, the sky is dropping, everything's happening. That's how we feel. Everything's closing in on around us. So what's happening is your heart rate speeds up, your blood pressure starts to rise. When you do that, and you do that the minimum 4 or 5 times, and you'll feel things slowing down. And you keep on doing it until you felt the slow down. So that is your physically how you do that. Physically how you do that. Let's talk about mentally and emotionally. Mentally and emotionally. If you're looking at me right now on your computer or on a phone, I want you to stare above that. Stare above that. Find a spot on the wall. Call it spot. Become friendly with it. And stare. A nice focal stare. And then you take your hands and you bring them back. You stretch. What you're doing, you're stretching your eyes out so I can see my fingertips and to pull them back as much as possible. Nice, deep, slow breath still. And then when you got them back as far as possible, another nice, deep, slow breath. You can let your hands down. You can let your eyes down. Guess what? You've slowed your brain down. All those things closing in on you in your thoughts, they're all slowing down. Then you can think clearer. Then you can move better and you can feel healthier. When you're overwhelmed and you got so many things to do, you need to think clearly to figure out, to prioritize, to figure out what's this, and this. When you're overwhelmed and you got the things drawing in on you and they got all sorts of problems, all right, some of the problems you can't control, you still need to think clearer. You need to be able to relax. And that's the start of it. That's what you do. That's how this happens. All right. This has been Coffee with Kevin. And again, I hope you had a nice hot drink, a coffee, a tea, or maybe a cold drink, a water or a juice or something healthy. Whatever it is, I hope you had an enjoyable 10 minutes with us. That's my coffee. I'm Kevin Martin, a mindset coach. You want to know more about this? You want to know more about being able to get out of the rut, to be able to move forward at a much faster pace, to be able to do this? Reach out to me. Reach out to me on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're listening to this. You can find me. You can find me at www.cnlpcoaching.com. I'd be glad to get on the phone with you, talk to you more about this and what's going on. And to my nephew Taylor, see you later. Take care, all. Have a good week. Matter of fact, you know it. You don't have to wait to have a good week. You can start having a good week now because you can make it a good week. Take care.